how's everybody doing tonight? I have the chat up on my phone because since I switched everything over to OBS and not Streamlabs anymore, we're gonna talk about that in a moment. But yeah, I switched over everything, and I want to be able to work out all the kinks at some point. But for right now, I was like, switching over some of my starting screens and all that kind of stuff, just so we have that for right now. But I don't have the chat on the other side the way I used to before. So yeah, it's gonna take a little adjusting. Have it up on my phone. So if you guys have any questions and I look down, I'll just be looking at chat. So let's get ready. We already have 4 people in here, which is absolutely amazing. Hi guys, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna be pulling up some of the articles and everything so we can get into the gaming news. I'm gonna crack a cold one open with the peoples. So let's do this. Nifty, right? Nifty. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. I have not had a Red Bull in a while, in a long while. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys are having a good evening, morning, wherever you are. Let me get these articles up, and we're gonna start talking about some of the gaming news. It's interesting because it's like I haven't done a live stream in like a hot minute. So whenever I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do for this live stream? What am I going to do for that live stream? I try to think of it in the best terms of trying to get you guys the content that you guys deserve. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about what I think is some topics that need discussing. So where they be? They're over here. Got it. Radio. Where are the topics? Where are the topics? I know I put them over here. I know I have the links over here. Where? Oh, I scrolled all the way. I scrolled legit all the way up past where they were. Darn it. Okay. Alright, here's the first one. Okay, so first up, we're going to be talking about for some Back for Blood. There's just a lot to talk about with Back for Blood. I might even do this of where I can legit share the screen and everything like that. This might be interesting. That way you guys can see what I'm also discussing. Um, let's see. Oh, yes, we can share screen. Okay, let me put the camera over here. That way, because okay, working with OBS, but so is it gonna do that? Why is it not doing a thing? Oh, that's because I did the thing wrong. Not that thing, the other thing. This stream is like a bunch. It's just a bunch of weird. Oh, it's not letting me use two at the same time. Okay. Okay, I know why it's not doing that thing. That's on me. That's my I don't know why it's not doing that thing. I found out why it's not doing that thing. Okay, so I will be able to share the article, but we're gonna do what we can with this. I have so many kinks to work out with this. It's not even funny, but um, it's over here. So we're gonna be talking about Back for Blood is too hard, and Turtle Rock is still finding the right balance. So a lot of people are thinking that it's the game is too hard. Um, it's funny to me. There are people who, and I'm gonna say this. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's Dark Souls," whatever, fine. But I always think that whenever people say that a game is too hard, they always go back and they compare it to Dark Souls, always. And it just, I don't know, it kind of irks me, man. It kind of irks me, to be completely honest with you guys, because when I think of a game as being difficult, I don't automatically think, oh yeah, it's Dark Souls. Ugh. Like, I don't automatically think that. So when I go into a video game and I see, oh, this game looks complicated, this game looks intense, this game has a melange of different things going for it. There's always going to be a game that is going to be tougher than the next. Why is it showing up desktop audio? Sorry about that, I was talking over myself. um, there's always going to be that game that is going to be more difficult than the next. There's always going to be that game that is going to be tougher than the next one that you have played. But the one thing that I want people to keep in mind is that comparing one game to another is fine. That is absolutely fine to do, but don't like dismiss a game in its entirety just because it reminds you of this game, like, or reminds you of that game, whatever it is. I see people do it the most with Dark Souls because they're like, people say if this game is too Souls like, they won't play it because it's too difficult or it's too controversial or it's what do this or do that. Very fascinating kind of stuff I see. If people are trying to comment, by the way, just want to point this out. I had to go over to the web browser version because looking back and forth and just first world problems. I know, sorry, but yeah. If anybody's trying to comment, just wanna check if you guys have any questions so far. Um, but yeah, it states here in the article that Back for Blood is an exceptional, it says in quotes, exceptional zombie co-op shooter, but its difficulty is a bit unbalanced. Some would strenuously deny it, but certain encounters in the game are dramatically tougher than those on either side, and that's not to mention the corruption cards that can bank up throughout a run, gradually turning a tense zombie blaster into a test of endurance. Which, and the thing is that, like, at that point, I just say get good. Like, I understand people want to be able to enjoy a game and have their limits tested up to a certain point, but there's this also a certain balance of where you have to be like, if you're an able-bodied person who knows how to game and has been gaming for years, and you don't have anything really holding you back physically, I expect you to be good at gaming. No question about it. Just put in the hours in the practice and you'll be fine. Hey, what's going on, Darth Torbeck? Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? How are you? Um, it also continues on stating that if you're among those who agree that it can be too tough going, maybe you got stuck in the crossing, or worse still, the body dump. Rest assured that Turtle Rock knows the game's difficulty needs work, and it continues on from there, stating that the studio has already made a few attempts and efforts to fix the abundance of written mutations. They're the big baddies in the game. Turtle Rock writes that in Reddit, another major cause of the unintended increased difficulty was found. They don't specify what it was, but it's being addressed. So, in a way, I kind of feel like that sucks. In a way, I kind of feel like that really sucks that they have to, you know, decrease the difficulty a little bit because people are complaining. Um, do better. Well, I mean, it's one of those things too. If we're like, if I'm seeing a video game, right, and I see it has increased difficulty. Granted, I haven't played a difficult game. How do I want to word this exactly? Dark Souls was the very first proper difficult game I've really ever played. And I would be like, oh, these, other games are difficult, other games are this, other games are that. Um, I have not played before as difficult as a game as I played Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and most likely probably Sekiro when I get into it. But the fact of the matter is that whenever you're going into a difficult game, you guys, you gotta understand that there's this little thing called choice of where you can choose not to play that game. You can choose not to spend like almost $70 and not play the game. So it comes down to the matter of, do you want to play it, or do you want to see others play it? Do you want to have the full experience? If not, I hate to say this, don't complain. Like, people make their difficulties for a reason. If the company sincerely is like, oh crap, we didn't know that the game was going to be this difficult and it wasn't their intent to make it difficult, that's something else entirely. Something else entirely. But I feel like, if it's a difficult game, you just gotta learn the ropes of it. Hey, what's going on, Nam? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Nam, there was actually something I wanted to tell you. Completely forgot about it the other day, by the way. But now that I have you on stream, there is a thing within Elden Ring. If you are, if you're if you're thinking about getting it or anything like that, I know you said that you wouldn't because of the stamina bar. I found out through playing the game through the closed network test that the stamina bar is only there for boss battles and encounters. The stamina bar is non-existent if you want to just like do free roaming and stuff like that. Walking throughout the game, you can use like unlimited stamina. You don't have to use it unless you're in an encounter. So I just want to put that out there for people who are kind of worried about Elden Ring, because I know a lot of you guys don't like the stamina bars, so that's a little bit of a not worry anymore kind of thing. I watch you play Bloodborne because I'm so bad at parrying. Oh my god, I'm bad at parrying too. It takes so much practice to be able to time it the right way. It's like, oh my god, it takes forever sometimes. But my goodness gracious. Um, but yeah, the next one that we're gonna go into is some Red Dead Redemption. Who doesn't like some good Red Dead Redemption? I absolutely love Red Dead Redemption. More Red Dead Redemption games are planned, says Take Two CEO, which I'm very excited about, considering the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably like on my top 10 list of my most favorite games I've ever played in my entire life. It's just that good. It states here in the article that more Red Dead Redemption games are coming, just as surely as James Bond will return in future films, according to a new interview with a boss of Rockstar's parent company. In a new interview for the Jefferies Virtual Global Interactive Entertainment Conference, as spotted by VGC, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick fielded a question about whether the company's big franchises such as GTA and NBA 2K can continue long into the future, and his response left little room for doubt, while Zelnick made sure to note that nothing's permanent. He counts Red Dead Redemption as a franchise that will yield new games for many years to come. In quote, if it's really great, it will keep going, Zelnick says. I don't know if you saw it, I just saw the new Bond film, that was great. You would like every franchise to be like James Bond. There are precious few entertainment franchises of any sort that fall into this category, but they do exist, and I think GTA is one of them. I can't say that for certain, considering the fact that I've never played any of the GTA games at all whatsoever. I think Red Dead is one of them. NBA is obviously one of them, because the game will continue to exist. Though Zelnick intends for Red Dead Redemption to go into the foreseeable future, that doesn't mean you should expect new entries in the series to start rolling out regularly. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Yeah, I was told the stamina bar isn't in non-combat, but that's good enough. Not good enough for me to play it since the stamina bar exists. So you don't like it that it just exists. Period. Interesting. That's very, very interesting, actually. I never heard of that from somebody. But yeah, I mean, it's there. I thought I'd, mention it to you. Hey, Peter, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, dude. Nothing's permanent apart from GTA 5, which they will keep releasing until the end of time. I think that's the biggest downfall of the company, is re-releasing GTA over and over and over again. It's just like, oh my god, come out with something new, please, sir. Like, I'm not a fan, as you guys know, of GTA. Granted, I haven't played the games. I've seen friends, I've seen people I know play the game. They seem to have fun with it. It just, I don't know. It just looks strange. It's a strange universe. That's right. Okay. I mean, it's interesting because it's like the stamina bar in Elden Ring. It looks like you get a lot. Like, it looks like you get a lot. But I can, I can't say I understand, because I don't understand not liking a stamina bar, but I understand the opinion of not liking a stamina bar, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, no, GTA, NBA 2K, all of those different types of games, I'm not a fan of sports games or, the GTA franchise, but at the end of the day, whenever it comes down to gaming in its entirety, I'm going to review what seems fit for me to review, and if that happens to be GTA 6, you know what, I might. I'll say a big might on that one. Or if I lose in a challenge stream, then, I might do that too. So we're going to go into the next article, which is Itchy Eyeball. Grand Theft Auto. Speaking of GTA, Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster has a rough launch, angering fans. So, GTA fans, tell me, Did you guys buy the remaster, the trilogy remaster, and does it piss you off? I want to know. It says here that Rockstar Games released the Grand Theft Auto trilogy Definitive Edition on Thursday, an enhanced collection of PlayStation 2 era GTA games, while the re-release of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas have a clear and definitive improvements to controls and quality of life features. Many fans are expressing their displeasure over the game's updated graphics. The Windows PC version of the game has its own major problem. Rockstar had to pull it from sale due to major problems with the company's own launcher. Players who owned the PC version were also unable to play the re-releases due to issues with Rockstar Games launcher. On Friday morning, Rockstar Games support team said on Twitter, "We thank you for your patience and understanding as we continue to work on restoring services to Rockstar Games launcher and supported titles." This is just it's insane what's going on with these companies right now. You'll be offended when GTA 6 comes out. Oh goodness gracious! I made a vow not to buy nor play any future game except Dragon Ball games and maybe Wukong that have stamina bars. Stamina bars to me kills the fun out of the games. I don't understand, but yeah, I mean, I respect that. I respect that opinion. You know. No, I didn't buy GTA Trilogy Remaster since I never been a fan of GTA games. Saints Row 4 is better than GTA. I don't know. I never played Saints Row before. To be completely honest, I had never seen any of those games. Someone was telling me that the game that I just purchased, was it Watch Dogs Legions? I'm looking up there because I forgot the title really quickly. Watch Dogs Legions was kind of GTA-esque. Has me a bit worried, but also I'm eager because I saw how the game looks and I saw how it plays. It looks so good. It just looks so much fun. Oh my gosh. So I cannot wait to test that out and play it for you guys. But yeah, Saints Row 4, I've heard of it. I've just never gotten the chance to play it. But it continues on in the article that saying Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy Definitive Edition, is still available for sale on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox platforms, but players who have those versions of the game have been grousing about the fit and finish of Rockstar's Trilogy Remaster, posting videos and screenshots of questionably updated graphics. So this is why people were saying that this is reminding them of the Cyberpunk 2077 launch. I mean, to put all of that pressure on CD Projekt Red, saying that this is reminding me of the worst launch in gaming history. Ugh. Like, it's because it was put in the 2020 books. If they had put it for 2023 or even next year, it would have been just fine. But the fact of the matter is that CD Projekt Red was just incredibly embarrassed by so much of what was going on. And the thing is that, yeah, was it a rocky launch? Absolutely. It was 100% rocket launch. I felt so bad for the team. But what happened is that it was pushed out way too early. It should have been only for next gen consoles, and then after they did their patches and everything and worked on it, it could have gone for previous gen consoles. And here's my thing, okay? It should have been for next gen consoles, Xbox Series S and X, PS5, and PC. That's it. It should have been only for those. And then as the years went on, then put on Xbox One and PS4. And then maybe Switch. So, Saints Row 4 is like GTA, but with superpowers, and it's goofy. Oh, interesting. Okay, very interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, it's just one of those things of where, like, that's why I saw a lot of people comparing it to Cyberpunk 2077. Players have pointed out the graphical issues with the definitive editions and versions of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which seem to have gotten the most attention thanks to... Oh, sorry, I thought there was like just an O there, sorry. Thanks to its release on Xbox Game Pass on Thursday, related to the overhauled faces, fog, weather effects, and misspelled text on signs. Those players have taken to Reddit and Twitter and called graphical quirks, bugs, and texture model changes to the game. Ugh. This is wrong on so many levels. Players have also pointed out misspellings on signs of the definitive edition versions of San Andreas and Vice City, stores signage for Shaft hot dogs once read the taste of real man's meat. Oh my god. And then it got, oh no, it got changed to the taste of a real man's heat. That's not good. Oh, that is so not good. Oh no. Oh no. I like to play games that doesn't keep me grounded, especially because I don't like being limited by the laws of physics in real life. Um, you kind of need physics to exist, dude. Just putting that out there, okay? Air, carbon fibers, protons, neutrons, they all keep you together for a reason. Just saying. Blizzard is the company in the cold seat right now. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that in a little bit. We're going to get through the articles that I planned, and then we're going to open up the floor to that. So, um, man, this is sad. Like, this is sad. Can't companies take their time with things and not do a poor ass job on it? That's a thing. Like, I absolutely love the hard work that game companies put in, but sometimes you can see when it's just pushed out to make a buck. Like that, you can tell. Gravity is fake. Gravity is real. I don't want you guys thinking that it's fake. It's not. It's a factuality. You know, it's fact. um, let's see. The next one that we're gonna go into before we go into any Blizzard stuff. This one is something that I am not a fan of. I'm quite disgusted by it. YouTube to remove all public dislike counts, aiming to defang harassment mobs. The video services dislike attacks campaigns to drive up the number of dislikes on a video disproportionately affects smaller channels and newer creators. While I agree with that to an extent, um, this is gonna sound so bad, but the content creators need to grow a pair. Seriously. Like, I'm gonna sound like Ben Shapiro right now so badly, but it's so true. Um, if you get a dislike on a video, it's either a hater or someone who genuinely did not like the video at all whatsoever. So, grow a freaking pair, okay? Hey, what's going, Ash? Welcome to the stream. Going, Ash? How's it going, Ash? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm stressed. I'm doing good though. I get an entire break on Saturday. My entire day off, I'm taking off on Saturday. I'm not doing a damn thing. I'm not gonna be receiving calls. The IRA can go away. All right. Yeah, true, but I would like to live in a reality where magic and superpowers and dragons and some of the cool fantasy things exist. Not possible. I wish it were. Not possible. The one person who keeps disliking your vids will be they're gonna be raging. They're absolutely gonna be raging. Faster Films, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, dude. Destroys YouTube with facts and logic. I mean, the thing is that I love facts and logic. I love being able to go into things with a steady mind and a not so quaky feeling heart, okay? It might be palpitations. I don't know what's going on. But you need to understand that just because somebody dislikes your video, it's not the end of the world. I got like, what? I think it was a cover that I did when I was, younger on YouTube, and it got like 10 dislikes because I tried singing 30 Seconds to Mars, and I tried so hard to sound like Jared Leto. I couldn't. I had to, remind myself, hey, I'm a female, and I can't sound like a man, So I can't do that. Me personally, I can't do those low notes, even though I already have a pretty low sounding voice, You good? I'm doing good. I got big news to tell you. Well, go ahead. Tell your big news. If you want to tell it here. If you don't, that's completely fine if it's too personal. But you can always tell here if you would like. I might go see Resident Evil movie on Tuesday in theaters. Very nice. That's really exciting. I don't know if I'm going to be seeing it on the 24th. I might wait because it's not in a theater that's close to me. And plus, I want to be able to see it way earlier than 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting too old for this shit. Honestly. But yeah, I'm going to go into reading some of the article for what's going on with YouTube. YouTube is removing public dislike count, the visible tallies of how many people click a thumbs down for a video. Google's video site is a large source of online videos on the planet with more than 2 billion monthly users. Holy crap. Said the video is designed to impede dislike attacks, harassment campaigns. The change will start gradually rolling out on Wednesday. So it's already started happening. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, yeah, absolutely. We can talk about one for that, absolutely. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that YouTube is removing dislike. It's kind of like how back in the day, you now took away the and yes, I was on you now. Okay, shush. I can hear all of like the people who think emo is cringy screaming in the background. Um, I was on a publishing, not publishing, it was like a broadcasting place called You Now, and it was one of those things of where like I remember, getting, disliked, and then you go back and you try it all over again. And I would do music and I would do all that kind of stuff on there, and you just waited until your turn again. That's the thing. I feel like I'm gonna sound so old, but I feel like it's such a snowflake thing to do. Of where like if you're removing dislikes and the capability of disliking content on YouTube, you're taking a voice away from someone who might actually genuinely dislike the video. Like if there is a, let's say, a video about something really terrible going on and you don't have the ability to dislike that video, how are you, what besides commenting, that gives the person even more of a reason to harass a content creator is by commenting. Because you guys remember that Warpath video, I actually had to shut down the comments on that. It got so bad. So I don't like this. I don't like that they're just, I would rather someone just dislike the video than verbally harass me in my comment section, um, let me know when you're available. Also, really taking away someone's opinion on the like this, like yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't mind if someone dislikes the video. I really don't. And the thing is that like I kind of find it funny because it's like sometimes when I just post a video, like I'll literally just push the video out, and it'll be out for like only a minute, and I'll get already one dislike, and I'm just like, you saw my content. You obviously have the notifications on just to dislike the video, and I find it hilarious. But now YouTube is taking away that, that urge to be hateful. That's why I put it in quotes. It's just, I'm being sarcastic right now. But it's so weird to me. Because if you're going to, be a content creator that has millions of followers, it's one of those things of where, like, you shouldn't really care who leaves dislikes and likes and all that kind of stuff. But when you're a smaller content creator, you see that kind of stuff. And if you're not seeing an honest representation of how people actually are viewing your comment, then you're just being lied to. Point blank, okay? Did you get monetized yet? And they should leave dislikes. They should leave the dislikes. I didn't get monetized yet. I don't have the watch hours to do so. So yeah, not yet. I think I have like 2,700 watch time right now. I need to get to 4,000. Um, I think most of the dislikes being anonymous, so I doubt they would start commenting bad things. That's the thing. I would have agreed about a year ago, but I don't because I don't know the capabilities of some of the people who are able to comment. Like, you've seen some of the comments that I get, dude. Like, it's really crazy. Like the amount of stress, how stress-inducing a lot of these comments are. So if people can't leave a dislike, they're gonna leave a really hateful comment. So I mean, some of them won't. Some of them are too scared to, wipe their butt in the morning. So I really doubt that they're going to leave a hateful comment. But just in case, it is kind of scary. Since fantasy things like superpowers and magic and dragons are possible, then I guess ghosts are possible either. Ghosts are more of a possibility than, you know, um, dragons and powers and magic and all that kind of stuff. Just putting that out there. That's my opinion. If there are no dislikes on your videos, it means they are not pushing it to non-subs. Exactly. General dislikes come from non-subs. Yeah, and that's true. They're not going to be pushed out more so in the algorithm. So we as content creators have to work 10 times harder in order to get our content out there. Thanks, YouTube. Um, I would love to go to space someday. That would be really hella expensive. I know Elon Musk is doing like the SpaceX program, I think, of where he's trying to get other places habitable for people to live. Because in a few billion years, this planet is not going to be habitable anymore. It's going to, just be like other planets that have probably died out from other planetary explosions, or it just wasn't habitable anymore. The planet normally has a lifespan, and lifespan normally like a few billion years or so. People seem to think it's to protect your president, because whenever he puts up anything, gets mass dislike. That's where it started, and that's why it's so cringy to see, because it's just like I don't like this. I don't like this. Not to go all political or anything like that, but it's like I'm a libertarian. Like I don't really support a lot of the stuff that's going on right now in the White House. Um, I think it's really asinine to me how people can sit there and be like, we're gonna take action. YouTube's gonna take action only because of what's going on in the White House. Crazy to me. How do we get you the watch time you need? Watch my videos. That's basically point blank. Watch the videos. If you have my playlists and everything like that, then watch the playlists. Um, leaving comments helps too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, watching the videos is the primary way to get my watch time up. To be completely honest. Um, so now we're gonna go into the peak of the hour. The peak of subjects is what's going on with Blizzard. I am not a fan. I am not a fan. I still have my Pop Funkos over there from Overwatch, and it kills me to look at those things every day when I wake up in the morning, and I don't want to have them anymore. If anybody wants two Overwatch Pub, I can't talk today. Pop Funkos, I'm selling them. Like, I'm not even joking. I am legitimately selling these guys. Like, I'm selling the Overwatch Funkos. So I'm not. I don't support. Like, that's the thing. Like, when I say I don't support a company anymore, I don't support them, and it kills me because it's like those were my two favorite characters that I used in Overwatch. And the fact of the matter is that so many of these developers worked so hard on a lot of these games. World of Warcraft, League of Legends, all that kind of stuff. It's just, it pains me. Add them to the giveaway. Oh my god, imagine that. The backlash I would get for adding for adding this to the giveaway. Oh no. No, but I already know the surprise item that's going to be in the giveaway. It's crazy how massive the universe is. I was watching a video about what space looks like in real life, which is scary that space is pitch black. It's intense. It's absolutely intense how many planets are, how many galaxies are, how massive space is. And we've not even explored a tenth of it. Like, it's kind of like the sea, you know. The Earth is mostly water. It is mostly water, and we haven't even explored 50% of the ocean. There are still life and creatures in the ocean that we have no concept of what they are, what their purpose is, any of that. The pressure, the amount of pressure that you experience down in the ocean is so massive that there's a lot of space exploration cannot take place there because of that, unfortunately. So in the future, they're probably going to figure out ways in order to have capabilities to do that kind of exploration down in the murky deep, which that terrifies me. Honestly, more than ladders, the ocean terrifies me. I can't stand ladders. Can't stand heights. Don't want any of that in my life. Okay, but I don't like the ocean. I don't like sharks. I don't like any of that underwater exploration. It's cool to look at on TV where you're safe inside your house in a big warm blanket with like a cup of tea or coffee, but doing that, going in there, just do no. Sorry, I'm out. No, not at all. I can't. No, not gonna deal with that. But guys, let's go in and talk about Blizzard. Let's talk about it. Okay, so what we're gonna basically discuss, and you know what? Let me get this up really quickly because I did have an article on it. Excuse me, by the way, because my nose is like acting up a storm right now. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, here it is. Perfect. Wait, sharks are awesome. No, they scare the crap out of me. Megaton rainfall can make players question the existence of the universe. Oh gosh. Ugh. Okay, so it states here, as I yawn. Excuse me. Activision Blizzard, how a lawsuit led to calls for CEO's resignation, rightfully so. The gaming giant CEO Bobby Kotick, is that how you pronounce his name? Kotick? I think it's Kotick. Is being pressured to resign. Xbox and PlayStation heads have responded to the scandal. Here's everything you need to know. Excuse me. Where is it? It's over here. It states here in the article that Activision Blizzard's bad year began July 20th. That's when, well, it began a lot earlier than that. They just didn't account for it until July 20th. That's when California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a suit against the company, accusing the gaming giant of discriminating against its female workforce and fomenting a frat boy workplace culture that had been turbulent at time ever since, culminating in a Tuesday report from the Wall Street Journal that put CEO Bobby Kotick's future with the company in doubt. Citing internal documents and people familiar with the matter, the journal reports that Kotick was aware of several concerning workplace issues within the company, including an alleged rape of a woman by her supervisor, yet he didn't disclose that knowledge to Activision Blizzard's board of directors. POS. I can't say what I really want on here, or else I'd probably get my channel taken down. It's fascinating to me that someone can still stay and work at a company when they fully know all of the massive crap that's been going on there by this frat boy induced culture, and yet they don't get fired, they don't get brought up on charges, nothing. They just get to keep their, lavishly styled paycheck lives and live like nothing is wrong. The guy also looks strange too. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not one to judge on looks, but he just looks like he's just, really nasty, okay? It's also the case too, of where this guy, like I said, he knew about all this, right? Why did he take it not only to the board of directors, but talk with the woman who was raped? Talk with her. Ask her, like, what can we do for you? Can we get you help and treatment that you need? Can we get this guy fired? No, they're not going to do that. They're going to sit on their high horse, which is pretty high up, and they're going to proclaim that they know everything when in fact they are just complaining and whining about everything. It's messed up and shows that the justice system is screwed up. It's not only the justice system, it is the company Activision Blizzard. Like that, they are the main ones to blame for this. Nothing was brought up to the justice system at all. It was all kept pretty hush hush, and now it's only just now being brought up to the justice system. Because the fact of the matter is that this guy didn't say anything. Like, he knew about all of this. He didn't say a word to anything. He just kept it under hush hush, thinking, oh, it'll be swept under the rug, and it'll just all go away. They may as well say zero tolerance apart from when it's one of us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it was one of those things too, of where, like, they saw just there's so much workplace harassment. Like, there was workplace harassment when when I worked at a game company. There was workplace harassment, in pretty much every place that you are a woman and you work hard at what you do and you're really damn good at it. There's always going to be workplace harassment. Um, the thing is that, like, these guys are very, how do I want to put this that way I don't get in trouble? These guys are very good at what they do. They're very manipulative. They're very seedy. They're just very manipulative people. And the thing is that there's so much that people don't know about this industry. I don't want people glorifying it, and that's the thing. Like, the gaming industry is so glorified, and it's so like, oh my god, I want to work in the games industry, and I want to do this. While it's wonderful being in this industry, and I can say from a game journalist perspective, it is wonderful. It's absolutely great to be able to review games for a living and bring them to you guys. It's also very corrupt. It is extraordinarily corrupt, to the point of where there will be other females in this industry who will step on you in order to get to where they need to be. Now, there's some people, I'm not going to name names, done that to me personally, and it sucks. It really massively sucks whenever you're trying to make a name for yourself and they just are just like, oh, wait, they see you here? This is you? It sucks, And that's another female doing that to another female. So it's one of those things too where, like, I wish people would stop glorifying each industry, because you don't know what happens. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I have conversations with a lot of my friends who work in this industry almost every single day, and we're seeing the crap that goes on, and it's just happening. There's a lot that we can do, but also there's very little we can do at the same time. Like the article that we got taken down from, what happened to Natalie. We were able to get that article taken down from Kotaku, thank goodness. That's, there's so much other stuff like that. Like there's so much other stuff like that. That's why, you know, I was about to spill the beans on something. You can't spill the beans just yet. But it's why that I strive in order to create an environment on this channel that is healthy, somewhat workplace environment like, because I want people to be able to feel safe when they come to my platform, you know? You're right, and people who want to work in the gaming industry should be aware of the dark side of the business first. They should, and I feel like there should be like kind of a training seminar where, if one person goes into working in a company or something like that for a AAA game or an indie studio, they should be aware and have someone tell them. They should literally have someone come in and tell them, be like, okay, listen, congratulations, you made it, you're here, you're working with us, welcome on in, here's a free t-shirt, a pin, a bag, and some psychiatry appointments because you're gonna need them. There's a lot we want to sit down and talk to you about, there's a lot we want to discuss with you, and have them to go through the good and the bad, the ugly, and the ways in which you just zip it. Okay, there are some things of where you just have to keep your mouth shut, like how I'm doing right now. I can say things in a vague way without actually saying who. Those are the instances of where you have to save face and understand that it's your ass on the line. If you say anything that damages your reputation or the company's reputation in a bad way, you're out. But if you say things in the right way that educate people, that's fine. Like there has to be a balance somewhere. You understand what I mean, you guys? So like with this whole instance with Activision Blizzard, there are certain ways of where like you need to speak up and you need to do something about it right away. This is one of them. This absolutely is one of them. There should be other instances of where like you should keep things on the down low and make sure everything is accurate before you publish anything, or like before you tell anybody, or before you like once you make sure everything is accurate, then you like converse with somebody, then you tell them something. But you also have to have a decorum about the entire situation. There's so much that goes into it. Like I could literally sit down and tell you guys so many stories, so much, like there's so much that goes into the gaming industry, so much media training, so much, that you have to understand about like what to say, when to say it, how to say it. There's a lot. There's a lot. And I feel like YouTube in a way has kind of been that media training for me, because you know what kind of facial cues give off that something. Even like if I do a side roll at somebody, or if I like look at someone a certain way, let's say during a media presentation or whatever it is, people will think, oh wait, what is she hiding, what does she know, what is this kind of thing, because people like to like pick and look and examine it and all that kind of stuff. So being in the games industry, it shouldn't be glorified. It should be looked at with a realistic lens, that it's a wonderful opportunity and it's a wonderful business to be in, but also at the same time, you'll want to be able to keep your guard up a little bit, I know I just threw a lot at you guys. So, if you guys have any questions at this point, please feel free to ask anything. This not just podcast, but this live is only going to go for an hour tonight, because I still have to record the next episode of The Last of Us. That way I have absolutely nothing to do on Saturday, and I could just take the entire day off. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions at this point, please, by all means, ask away, converse. I would love to hear it. If you guys want to ask, about controversial stuff and everything like that, go for it. I'll try to answer it best I can. I just want to make sure something really quickly. Hold on 1 second. Okay, everything is good to go there. Perfect. Okay, but yeah, no, if you guys have any questions right now, feel free to ask. Would you consider owning your own gaming company if you had the budget? It's, oh gosh, should I talk about it right now? I feel like I should talk about it. I don't know if I should talk about it right now. So, Nam, I'm actually in the process of making a game company. You don't need, like, when you're in the first beginning phases of everything, you don't need an overwhelming budget in order to do so. Um, yeah, I don't know how much I can say right now, but yes, I am actually in the process right now of creating a game company. Um, I just want to say I'm bad at video games, so Souls games aren't for me. I'll play on hard difficulties for sure, but I don't know, and that's fine. If you know your own limits and everything, that's absolutely fine, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna give away the name yet, but yeah, I I'm actually in the process of making a game company right now. It's been in the works. Oh gosh, it's been a thought in my brain for a few years, and it's actually in the works right now for the past couple of months. We're making the logo. Me and my team are creating, the first game for it and everything like that. But yeah, we're making a game company currently, and we're gonna focus on indie games that focus on like psychological horror and Metroidvania style games. So, but yeah, when the logo is finished and all of that, it's going to be released to you guys. But yeah, the name, I'm very proud of the name, and when you guys see the name, it's going to be, I don't know, you guys are going to be like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. So I wish you all the success with that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm actually in the process of making the first game for it right now. It's going to be an interactive story. It's not going to be something of where, like, you guys have a character to control or anything like that. It's really just going to be an interactive story. Um, my games, my team's games, we're primarily going to be focusing on the story of the game. It's not going to be visually overwhelming at this point because I'm not great at coding. I don't really know a lot about it. Um, yes, Ash, yes. Some of them you will be able to play because they won't be directly, they won't have jump scares, or some of them. Some of them are quite philosophical, and they get the brain and the heart going and everything like that. But yeah, the first one that's going to be coming out is more of a philosophical title. Um, should I say the title? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to say the title yet. But you're trying to end me immediately. No, I just know it's something close to me, so that's why I create horror titles. Is because I love horror games. So, and my entire team and I, we love horror games, so that's what we're gonna create. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm very incredibly excited to create games. I'm very excited to, put my games on Steam and Game Jolt and Itch.io and all those kinds of things. So I'm very, very excited about that. It's going to be one of those things of where when the first game releases, the artwork. I have an amazing artist, by the way, on board. Oh my god, she's incredible. Um, she's working really hard at a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. So kudos to her. Like, she's just absolutely incredible. Um, Whenever you're starting a game company, it depends on the people that you get as people who work with you and for you. Um, I'm going to be, extraordinarily upfront. I do not have the budget to pay people right now, so instead I send them games, and I'm going to be sending them, like free titles and paid games and all that kind of stuff until I get people who are investors who want to invest in the company and everything like that. So yeah, I absolutely love the team that I have so far, and I can't wait. To share the games with you and the company with you. We're creating a separate Twitter account for it as well. It'll be something where, like, when the logo comes out, I'm going to be doing a introductory video for it as well. So it'll be really, really fun. I want to play them, but I will scream and tear. We're not going to be creating a horror game probably until next year. But the first one that's going to be coming out will also be next year, and that won't be a horror title. That's just going to be like philosophical, get the heart strings pulled, all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be something of where, like, oh my gosh, I'm already thinking about it. Just makes me so excited. So yeah, but yeah, no, the heartstrings will be tugged in the first one. You guys can guarantee that. It's going to be a short game. It's not going to be something too incredibly long. It's going to be, excuse me, one with multiple endings. There will be three endings for you to choose one from. I can't talk today at all. Yeah, no, it's going to be a not a scary one at all. It's funny because it's like whenever I was telling people what kind of games we're going to be creating, I told them that, oh, Metroidvania and horror and all that kind of stuff, and it's it's gonna be a good time. So instead, you're gonna make me cry. Yep, yep, absolutely. That I can say absolutely. Absolutely. Man, if somebody is like, gets into my, if oh my god, if Markiplier ever played one of my games, mission accomplished, batch. Mission accomplished. It'll be great. It'll be absolutely great. I can't wait. um, but what was I gonna say? Oh gosh, you guys got me off topic with talking about the game company. Um, but yeah, no, the name is going to come out when the logo comes out, and then there'll also be like I said, a Twitter page for it, all that kind of thing. It's weird because it's like I've never been responsible for employees or a company, all that kind of stuff. So kind of strange to get into that kind of thing of being like a freaking CEO of a company. And I know it's not even like a company that anybody knows about yet, but it's like, oh god, freaking CEO. I myself have an idea for a video game that I've thought about for years. For example, I created the controller Blade in Dreams. Oh, interesting. Okay. Unless you release on PlayStation, I will be playing. No. We're going to try to release on different platforms and everything like that. Um, it's difficult because trying to get on different platforms, that's the tricky part. Like that's I have no idea how to do that. So we're gonna see what happens. How are you doing? I hope your family and health are all good. Hey, what's going on? Facial, I think that's how you pronounce your name, 007. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. We're doing really, really well. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well yourself. But yeah, no, the first game is going to be released spring of next year, and it's going. It's funny because it's like as I said, it's going to be a visual type thing. It's not going to be like it's a visual novel. Not going to be like a full game of where like you have to maneuver a character or anything like that. It's just all story based. So whenever you guys go into this game, one thing I will say, have an open mind because the game, like I said, it's more philosophical. It's more like you have to read between the lines in order to get the premise. Um, it's very much like if you think that you know about the game, you might know. You know, like you have to really create your own kind of outcome for how you want the game to go. But there is like a plot line to it and everything like that. It's not just a subjective kind of thing. It can be in certain instances. It can be subjective, but mostly it is linear. Oh, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. But if you guys have any questions right now, be sure to ask away. We're going to be for a few more minutes on here, and then I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna. Even though I'm just ate like an hour ago, I'm still hungry for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have a little bit of food after this, and then record the next episode of The Last of Us, which will be out tomorrow. I'm very excited. I'm very very excited. So. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Okay, but yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to ask. I don't bite. Gonna get Troy Baker to do voice acting for you. I wish. I freaking wish. Troy Baker, freaking legend. Freaking legend. The way that he does Joker, I can't put this guy. I can't. It's like the way that he's doing the voice acting in Last of Us. My mind is freaking blown. I saw behind the scenes of him talking while he was like acting with the girl who plays Ellie. I'm just like, that's literally your actual voice. There's not you putting on a voice or anything like that. He's maybe adding like a little bit more of like a deeper vocal tonality, but that's about it. That's about it. And I'm just like, this guy, just freaking talented dude. Like if I ever got to a point of where I got the chance to ever hire Troy Baker, it would most likely be for a game, for a horror game, for just that's it. Like for okay, so the story Patient Named Erica that I'm doing, I'm most likely going to be turning that into a horror game, a psychological horror title. I would love to have him as the psychologist. do like for the voice of the psychologist. That would just be incredible. So Troy Baker, if you're watching, probably not watching, but if you ever want to be involved in a horror game that is psychological, why not? That would be great. So I just think that would be so awesome, you know. Troy Baker's a legend, as is the entire cast of The Last of Us. Last of Us Part 2 is going to screw me over because emotionally I'm just not going to be able to breathe for like the next year. So, right now, spoilers, so if you guys don't want to hear a little bit about Last of Us, avert your ears. But right now I'm up to the part of where they are getting a car from his buddy and they're trying to, look at stuff to, go out of the city or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I last left off. Oh, you sent it? Oh, okay. I made this in dreams. Oh, that looks interesting. It has like kind of this, it's like a simplistic tone to it, but it's also like just very minimalistic, which I like. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. Good job, dude. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, we have like a couple minutes left. So trying to see. Okay, yeah, we're all good to go. I always like try to like look at the frame rate and see because ever since I switched over to just using OBS for live streaming and everything like that, I'm just like always like overly cautious and checking out everything. No drop frames, 60 frames per second, and oh wait a second, what? Wait, why does it say 622 dropped frames? What? 0.3%. That doesn't make sense at all, but that's okay. Um, oh, it's all in the green. Okay, so I'm guessing if when any drop frames are just counting for like the really really tiny ones that are drop frames. I'm not sure. Not sure. Um, but yeah, if you guys don't have any questions or anything like that, I'm going to be heading out for the night. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Tomorrow's video, there's going to be a double upload and something new that I'm actually going to be doing on the channel. What game series should be next to get the movie treatment? I know there's already a movie for Hitman, but they need to do a better one. They need to do a way better movie for Hitman, dude. I don't know. I kind of want to see Dark Souls. I want to see Dark Souls get the movie treatment because that would be absolutely incredible to see Dark Souls just as a movie. I'm so scared that they're gonna mess it up. Are you allowed to say which game engine the game is being made from? Um, do you mean my game or which one are you talking about? Devil May Cry. Ooh, I'm not really into Devil May Cry, but I can understand why some people might want it as a movie, considering the fact it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's just not my style of game. I love JRPGs, but that I don't know why. I just did not vibe. Sorry, Shinji Mikami. Like I couldn't vibe with that one. Um, my game. Yeah, the name of the software engine I'm using is Twine. It is for story-based narrative games, and what it is like you come up with a concept and you have different branches that you do for like different ways that like people can take the story. So let's say you have your base idea and then you have like a branch here that has well, this character can choose this option or this character can go in this direction with the story. So yeah, it's basically just for narrative games. If everybody wants to try it out, it's called Twine. So that's TWINE. So yeah, that's what my game is being made on. For other games, I'm going to be using Unreal Engine, and that's one that I primarily used whenever I was working in a game company to do coding and for other types of stuff. But yeah, that's Twine is going to be used for narrative. Unreal is going to be used for coding and other types of assets and stuff like that. Whenever it comes to Unreal, it's for anybody who wants to learn Unreal, it is cumbersome. It's learnable, but it's cumbersome at first because you're just looking at it and you're like, where do I even start? Like, excuse me, it's like one of those things of where you're just like, what do you even do? But yeah, you guys, that was it for the stream. One thing I do want to mention before I go is I'm going to be doing something every Saturday. Is going to be an indie game spotlight. There is, excuse me, oh my god, for some reason the Red Bull makes me so freaking gassy. I'm just like, what's a bit? No, I don't want to burp on stream. Oh god, be a lady. Um, yeah, for every Saturday there's going to be indie game spotlight. So this Saturday is going to be Mortuary's Assistant. Next Saturday, I have it right over here. Next Saturday is EXP War Trauma, and that was a game that was sent to me to playtest, and I'm gonna play that for you guys. So I'm very, very excited about that. I actually might have to contact the developer to see if I'm allowed to playtest that on YouTube for you guys. Um, but yeah, every Saturday is gonna be like indie game Saturday of where we go over that kind of stuff, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is going to be just a regular game. After The Last of Us Part 1, I'm going to be playing The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm going to take a break. Like I said before, after each game, it'll be like a week where I do psychologically gaming, casual nerd, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll dive into like the next game and everything. But this one's gonna emotionally wreck me. Like I can just see it right now, because I'm in love already with The Last of Us Part 1. It's just so good. It is so, just the story itself is incredible so far. Absolutely incredible. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Tomorrow's videos, there's going to be Last of Us, um, third episode, and then what else did I want to post? I don't want to post that. Was there something else I need to post then? No, there wasn't. Okay, there's only gonna be one video tomorrow then. I'll see you in a few minutes on your Patreon video. Yes, oh my god, that video. Oh my god, that is. I had so much fun with that video for Mortuary's Assistant. You guys, also, if you want to sign up for Patreon, the lowest tier is $1 a month. Highest tier is $40 a month. That's for my in-game photography type stuff that I do. So much content is coming. So excited for you guys to see it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next stream, in the next video, on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, have a good night. It was nice chatting with you tonight. See you next time. See you next time now. See you, Peter. See you, Facile. See you, Ash. See you, Charlie. And see you, Fester Films and other people. And Darth.